Whether you like it cute or heavy, this is the chapter we waited a year for. After a year of waiting for the next development, one would hope for it was going to a different direction with its body swapping or hijacking segment. Unfortunately, it turns out to be a typical storyline fashion. While I am left feeling mixed about the chapter, it's a shame that the procedure didn't last that long. It gives a sense of pointless moment in its entirety. But is it really though? There are good points from this chapter. I was entertained by Irene in Wendy's body, mainly because of how Mashima illustrated her in combat. The action sequence is more in line of the enemy doing all the work, as the hero has to defend and evade because, well, Urza don't want to harm Wendy despite not being her. While it is typical of a character reflecting the memories of friendship, providing the approach of not wanting to harm a friend, it is necessary to persuade the audience. Urza is on the rope, metaphorically speaking that is, since friendship is one key element to her character. Because of that, I thought this idea was actually better than I thought. It has ground on pulling this scenario. The visual is really good with its action set pieces and up close personal expressions. The designs are clean and there's a good portion of hard hitting attack that packs more punches than before. The art did make Irene as Wendy actually intimidating, if you could believe that. In fact, the chapter cover is kind of cool to see Wendy as a villain, let alone in her dress. That being said, there are problems within this chapter. Wendy managed to return, only this time inside of Irene's body. Basically, they swap bodies. The reason is due to great level of enchantment done by Wendy. To be honest, I can't really say if this is an ass pull, but the problem more lies on the villain not able to sense that despite on how professional she's supposed to be at this point. If that was going to happen, why do that in the first place? I understand it's about underestimating the opponent, but this isn't the time for a top 3 Springer 12 member to fall for this. You could argue that she just got hungry for a new body, which can be true, but in terms of maintaining the credibility of said character, that shouldn't be the case, at least not as fast. It's a mixed bag for me, since I did like Wendy making a comeback and continue to shut down Irene and her selfish needs. The highlight in terms of this combat is boobs. Yes, I said it. I wouldn't mind if it just happened with Irene looking at her new body, because it's just a reaction. It makes sense. But it becomes clear that it was going to be a gag for the chapter. It's odd, especially with Urza having one of them popping out, but in a censored way. Think as Deadpool the movie. It almost looks like she stopped fighting because of it. When he finally got the sense of the opposite size, and of course, they're heavy. Lastly, and this is where I feel mixed about this chapter entirely, as neat it was to see Wendy got the better of her, none really phased out differently. Not only the whole body swapping lasted only one chapter, but it is an excuse for Urza to go one-on-one with Irene. I guess you can say Irene is affected by the notion of better generation and she can have her wish. So that's a plus side. On the other hand, since none has really changed, it only gives the sense of the same percentage health from both sides. In short, if Urza wins in a typical fashion, is the hype really dead because of this? Overall, I don't hate the chapter, nor dislike it. In fact, I like it. I think it's a mixed feeling of enjoying the set pieces of friend against friend, reflected the past, and really good visual in this action scene, yet being baffled by the quick pace of solution and amount to nothing but a running gag. In the end, I'm giving this chapter a 7. I'm being generous with this because I did enjoy the moments and I did like the sceneries, but I just feel like maybe this wasn't needed at all. And perhaps they will all build up to something, a major development for Irene by the end of this fight. With all the compilations of wanting to change body and seeing a better generation get a better enchantment and just got better in general, we have to go through with Urza versus Irene, and I hope this battle comes out very differently. And I don't mean Urza needs to be killed, it's just more like it has to be done differently. I can't expect this at this point. What do you think? Do you think she's just going to be defeated in a normal typical fashion of an Urza fight, or maybe there will be a little different twist? Time will tell. My thoughts are told, don't let yours on hold. Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.